Hi everybody, welcome down to Warrington Golf Club. I'm Matt Fryer and today we're going to be talking how we're going to break that 100 barrier by playing some of the right shots. So I'm down here on the gorgeous fourth hole. The sun is shining, it's feeling warm. I think spring has sprung finally. And what we're talking about, and one of the big things I hear from my lessons, is how am I going to break 100? What do I need to do? And they come in the bay, they hit some beautiful golf shots. They really do hit some nice shots. And I think, send them on the way. They're going to do it. They're going to go out and smash that 100. It's got to be easy from there. They've got to do it. Then they come back and, it was so close. It was 107. I just don't know what happened. I felt like I played great and I can't do it. And then we talked through the round a little bit and they said, I hit it so good, but it was 107. What's going on? Why am I not getting that 100? And today we're going to look at a few different things that you might not be doing on the golf course that is going to help you break 100. So on here, I'm stood on the fourth tee now. Obviously, there's some water out in front of me here. It's a shaping hole where it goes left to right. There's out of bounds all down the right. There's a water hazard that starts at 200 yards down the right-hand side. And there's a bunker at about 220 on the left-hand side. The hole itself is only 349 yards. So it's not overly long. I don't need to smash it 300 yards to leave myself a 50-yard pitch in. I could hit it 200 yards and I've only got 150 in. And now if we think about breaking 100 as well, if you're an 18 handicapper, that's a bogey per hole. You're probably shooting somewhere around the 88 mark, round there, depending on the stroke of the course. So you're breaking 90. So it gives you chance then. You've got 11 or 12 other holes that you can make bogey on. So it's double bogey for most holes, and then a bogey on let's call it 6 as an average. So you don't have to go out and think, right, firstly, I've got to make par on every hole. You've got to add a shot to every hole you play just to start off with. Just start off with add a shot. So this is a par 4, it's now become a par 5 for us. So we're not straight away putting that pressure on, making sure we make 4. Give ourselves a little bit of leeway, free ourselves up. And then it comes to the tee selection. So it's a par 4. I've obviously got to hit my driver because it's a par 4. And that is the first problem. Some of the things I hear from my lessons as well, I hit driver on every par 4 and every par 5. Well, why did you do that? Did the hole demand it? No, but it was a par 4 and a par 5, so I had to. You don't necessarily always have to hit your driver. If there is something where now you're hitting your driver 220, let's say, or even 200, that water starts at 200 for me. The bunker's at 220. If you absolutely flush one and it leaks a little bit to the right-hand side, you're in the water. Flush one straight, you're in the trap. You've hit a great shot, but you've lost a shot just by choosing the wrong club. So the right club selection on the tee is my first tip for you. Make sure you're pulling the club that is appropriate to the situation off the tee. And here as well, you know, it looks quite tight, this hole, and there's this water over there. So if it's oh God, I hope I don't top my driver into this water, and it gets your nervous system up a little bit, but you're great with your 5-wood. You're really, really good with your 5-wood, and I can hit that 5-wood straight over the water, no drama. Get the 5-wood out. Give it a go, put it, even if it's only going to go 170 down the fairway, put that fairway wood, that 5-wood, sorry, in to the fairway. So I'm going to go rescue club here because it goes 210 for me, and I know I can just miss that bunker on the left hand side. I can lay up short of that. If I just hit a nice little 3/4 one, I'll choke down. I've seen my shot, I know what I want to do. Pick my shot and stick to it. Not my best strike in the world, but absolutely slap bang safe on the fairway. So let's head down to the fairway and see what other things you should be doing to help you break 100. Okay, so my ball hit the fairway and it actually bounced into the trees here. It's only 5 yards off the fairway, but it's actually found the trees here. And now I'm faced with another way I could actually save myself shots and break that 100 barrier, and that is taking on the miracle shot. Why don't we hit this shot now that's going to look absolutely amazing, can tell everybody about it, and it'll be awesome. Your only problem is with that one, if it doesn't come off, I'm staring an 8 or 9 in the barrel very, very quickly. And the reason for that is, like I say, when I've spoke to my lessons here, oh, what happened on that hole? You seem to have made a 9 there. Well, hit an okay drive. I was just off the fairway in a tiny bit of trouble. So you chipped out then, didn't you? No. Well, what happened was, it wasn't really my fault, you see, because I've got this shot now where I've got just a little bit of overhanging branch. I'm only 150 yards from the green as well. But then there's water all the way down the right hand side. I've got, like I say, the overhanging branches. My lie isn't great, but you know, if I get my 7-iron just through there and I cut it back, it should be pretty decent, and I might hit the green from there and get my par. I could get that par. Well, probably not going to happen. The chances of it happening are very low, and that's why it's known as like a miracle shot. So by choosing a better strategy, choosing the right shot and not trying to pull off those wonder shots, you could save yourself a few shots as well. Now, from the perspective of where the camera is, the green's right over my bag here, and as you can see, there's all the overhanging branches. The water starts at 20 yards down here and runs all the way up to the green. As you can see here now, I've got a straight clear angle back up to the fairway, not much going on there. The branches are nice and low enough. It's only 30 yards back to the fairway, and if I hit a good one, I can probably get the ball down to within 60, 50 yards of the green. So if I play that shot where I just chip it out now, try and just put it back in the fairway that distance, I've then got a pitch on, hopefully 2 putts, and make a 5, instead of trying the miracle shot and making a 7 or an 8. So we'll give that a go, and to play this shot all we need is sort of a mid-iron, 7 or 6 iron. Pick a spot just at the start of the fairway where you want to land it, and it's very much like your chip and run shot. We just punch it back out into play and see that it gets that full distance. So here I've picked my spot. Perfect. On the table, and I am now back. Yeah, about 50 yards down the fairway, no drama, and I didn't feel any stress or pressure playing that shot. Okay, so we got out of trouble pretty safely there. Found myself back in the fairway. I've got 50 yards. It was a really, really simple shot for me. I'm not now picking it out of the water, dropping for 4, hitting my next one in, chipping, 2-putting, making that very easy 7. So from the next tip here, 50 yards, one of the shots again when I taught some lessons, oh, I hit it great off the tee, I hit some great irons. I just was taking 4, sometimes 5 to get down from within 50 yards, and it was, well, what were you doing? I didn't really know what to do with my pitches. I was trying to hit a full shot with my pitching wedge, and I've not really worked on my half swings with those shots. So I didn't know really what to do. So I was hitting them a bit long, I was fatting them, and I wasn't getting the best contact with those shots. So if you can get good, and this is probably one of the best tips I ever received from someone, who's one of a pal of mine who played a bit on tour, and he said, look, Matt, just get good from inside 50 yards. You can hit it off the tee all right, you can hit it around into the green okay, but if you are solid from 50 yards in, if you're up and downing it more of the time, you'll save so many strokes, and then when your game's on form and you're driving it great and all of a sudden you're pitching it well, knocking it close, the putting becomes easy, your scores will tumble. So what I want you to do is the third bit of trying to break this 100 barrier is get a shot in your arsenal from round sort of, let's say, 20 to 50 yards, get comfortable with one wedge, and maybe it's swinging to a certain point. For me, my 52 that I'll choose to play this shot with in a second, if I swing it just around to my belt height or just in between belt and chest, I know that it's going to fly 50 yards. So whenever I get into this situation now, I'm not overthinking, I'm not, oh, how do I play that shot? I pull the club I know the swing, I take dead aim and I hit it. I don't have to try and think of too much. I'm not worried about thinning it or fatting it, because I've practiced this little swing where I know it's going to go that distance. So if you can get something in your arsenal that's going to cover that shot, when you put yourself in a bit of trouble and you can pick a distance to chip down to, if you can get to there, you'll know safely that you'll start to hit a few greens, and hopefully then you should be making pretty simple bogeys from there. So let's give it a try. Oh, it's all of a sudden picked up and gone very, very windy. So 50 yards, I might have to swing this a little bit further now, is usually hands to my chest here, a little low one, and I don't even have to hit it that close, but I'm going to try and take dead aim because I'd like to make par for myself. But for everyone at home, if we can just get it on the dance floor, if we can get it on the green, hands to there, nice and through, nothing special. Don't go in. Sorry about the knee jerk there, but I've only gone and hit it to about 1 foot there. So really, that's quality. Really, really easy way to shave shots off. Instead of going for the miracle shot, lay up to a distance that you're comfortable with, then try and hit a simple pitch into the green. Don't try anything Hollywood. Get down to your pitching distance and start to knock it close. Can't believe how close that's gone. It's the closest I've hit it in ages. So we're going to actually move that away from here so we can talk about the next bit. And that is not wasting shots on the greens. When you calculate how many putts you have on the green, you might be surprised to see that it might be more than 50% of your score, or very close to 50% of your score. So if we can squander less shots on the green, if we can eradicate 3 putts, if we can hold some close putts, i.e. within 6 foot we start to hold more of them, those scores are tumbling down. And I want you to do a little exercise for me. The next round you play, or the next 9 holes or whatever it is, keep a track of how many putts you have and just look at that number, and if it's above sort of 22 for 9 holes, and if it's above, I'd say 38 for 18 holes, we need to shave that down. If we can get averaging 36, which is 2 putts per hole, you should see those strokes start to crumble. So when you're on the green, it's one of the areas, like I say, that probably doesn't get enough attention. You've got to actually survey the situation. So how quick is you going to hit it? Are you going to see this ball going a foot by the hole, 2 feet? Do you like to see them going in fast or quick, slow? And then you can start to read a little break as your mates are playing. Have a look at their putts as they're hitting up. How's the ball reacting? What's it doing? Have a look at it from a few different angles if you're not sure. Don't just think, oh, I've got to be quick and get this putt over and done with. If you're doing that and then all of a sudden you're having 3 or 4 putts, if you took 10, 15 seconds more just to get an idea of what the putt does, you'll have 2 and you'll shave about 2 minutes off your putting time. So when we're on the putting green, pay real close attention to what each putt does. Have a look at them and don't try and hole everything as well. If we've got this sort of length of putt, which is at 20 feet, getting it to 2 feet is completely acceptable. We just don't want to be 3, 4 putting, so make the putt, roll it up. Okay, I didn't hole it. I actually hit my wedge closer from 50 yards, but now it's an easy tap in for me. I've not gone and squandered a shot by 3 or 4 putting. So get your lag putting on point and then get your short putts on point. If you can do that, you're gonna see that your scores are dropping. So far we've got choosing the right club off the tee, not choosing a driver just because it's a par 4 or par 5. Choose the one that's comfortable for you and the one that you're going to be happy with to hit off that tee. Then we've got don't try the miracle shot. If it looks too hard and too good to be true, it probably is. Chip down to a distance where you've got an easier shot. Then we've got 3, get a distance from inside 30 to 60 yards that you're really comfortable with one club and master that shot, that one shot, so you can start to rely on that. Even if the pin's at 40 and you can hit it to 50, that's fine, it's on the green. And then from there we roll into our next one. Get your putting on point, see that your lag putting's really good and that your short putting, you're not missing loads of short ones. And then my final tip for you guys, don't stress too much. Everyone's in the same boat of you. The amount of people who want to break 100, you wouldn't believe how many people are trying to do that. There's probably 80% of my lessons are. When you're out there, don't get frustrated and don't start counting your score as you're halfway through. Go out, enjoy the challenge that is the game of golf, and hopefully if you're out there having fun and you're playing some shots, you're not thinking about breaking it too much, when you're getting to that 18th hole and you're signing your cards, you go, oh bloody hell, I've done it, I didn't even realise I was having that much fun, I enjoyed the challenge, I was embedded in it. You'll break that 100 barrier. So put those tips into your game and you should see that hopefully your scores are coming down and you're breaking that 100 barrier. Guys, thanks for watching this. If you do think it's going to help you, make sure you do hit that like button. Also, remember to follow me on all my social media channels so you can get any more tips and other golfy things from me. And also hit the subscribe button, turn that bell notification on so you don't miss any more tips or any golf content to make you a better golfer this year. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon with another video.